3-2 win, how important was that for you?
Yeah, really, really big win. You know, we've got aspirations of wanting to do our best this season in terms of being at the top of the league and winning the league. And you know, this is probably one of the most toughest games you're going to get. So you know, coming to AFC Liverpool is always tough, but especially in terms of playing the side that Paul's put together, we knew it was going to be a really, really difficult game. And you know, I think it's one of those where you're glad you just get the 3 points and just move on, really.
2 penalties for you. Your view on both of them?
Without to sound like an Arsene Wenger, I didn't see either of them very, very clearly. I asked the lads in the changing room, and they said, yeah, they were both penalties. So I'm not trying to dodge the question, but you know, from what I can judge from the lads, they've said they were both penalties.
What were your thoughts when AFC Liverpool pulled it back to 2-2?
Well, we knew they were going to come back at us. We knew in the, you know, we spoke at half time. We said we know they'll throw the kitchen sink. Paul's sides have always played with great determination and resilience, and they don't give up. So we knew that was going to be a part that we'd have to deal with. And you've got quality like Sir John Lawless, you've got Ronnie Morgan, you've got Liam Loughlin, people like that, and Paul Brown, who are always going to cause you problems. So, you know, from that side of things, when we went 2-2, it was a case, I think, of, you know, we needed to get back on the front foot quickly, and we did. You know, I think if you watch the game back, once the kick-off, we had a passing move, about 7 or 8 passes, and we got the penalty from it. And really, that was the first time we played for the first 20-25 minutes of the second half, really. So, you know, it was a bit nervy, to say the least. I'd rather have stayed at 2-1 and then got another one to go 3-1, but you know, at the end of the day, it's 3 points.
Shows composure to bury the penalty though, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, you can look back, can't you, and say, well, you know, it was only penalties, but you get your penalties, you have to take them, because sometimes you miss them and they'll be costly for you over the season. So, no, I'm happy with that, really, really happy.
Perfect start to the season for you?
Well, yeah, 4 games out of 4, yeah, and we've played some really tough sides. You know, I've said to our lads there that I felt that we were going to have a really tough beginning, and I felt that this was being the toughest game, and it's not about being patronising whilst me talking to you now. I've said that to the lads. I always thought this was going to be the toughest game, and yeah, really, really glad we've played Bootle out of the top 4, we've played yourselves out of the top 4, we played Gloucester, who were one of the fancied sides, and we've been to RBA and won as well. So yeah, really, really happy. But you know, 1 game at a time. We move on to Main Road now in the Cup on Saturday. Another toughie, 2 unbeaten sides in our league. So it's there for us to win, really.
It'll be a big game for you.
Yeah, very big game, and a big game for the club as well. As you know, clubs at our level, it's always big games in the FA Cup because of the financial situation. And you know, we kind of laugh and say, well, we're not going to win it, but we want to try and go as far as we can in it. So yeah, it's a big day for the club, and we want to do well, really.
Good luck for Saturday.
Cheers, Paul. Thank you.
3-2 loss, but was that more of a case of you handing the result to them rather than them earning it?
It's a difficult one to take, Paul, to be fair. It just feels like the game's been taken away from us. A couple of really key decisions, 4 or 5 key decisions have definitely not gone our way, and that's changed the game. And that second half performance from ourselves was frightening, because we've come out of the blocks like an express train and totally dominated the game. And to stand there and say that we've got 3-2, it's sickening, mate. It just feels bad. I feel sorry for the players that have put in a good shift there, because they feel really disheartened in there that we haven't got something out of the game.
2 penalties against you. Your views on both of them?
I didn't see the first one, so I don't know. The second one, Liam's clearly taken the ball. We've had a manager from one of the other teams in the league come round immediately and just said he's taken the ball. Liam said he's taken the ball. I've just spoken to Liam, and he's like pig sick because he knows he's taken the ball. Immediately after we've got into the game, going down to 10 men, the last thing of a player of Liam's experience and intelligence is, the last thing he's going to do is go down and bring a man down in the box. He's not going to do that. He just won't do that. He's not that kind of player. He's an intelligent player, and that's another decision gone against us, having not won a penalty in the first half. But decisions and things like that, you're going to get a game, 2, 3, 4, 5 games like that in this league where you don't get things. And today was our turn to be on the receiving end of it.
Got back into it 2-2, and then we looked to be rocking at that point.
Oh mate, we got back into it and we were like a roller coaster, mate. We were all over him, and you could only see one result. Even with 10 men, they were struggling to keep hold of the ball, and we were knocking it around like we had 12, 13 men on the pitch, and it was absolutely tremendous performance. not only in terms of the way that we played, but the commitment and the passion and the desire shown from every single man that was on the field. It was a first-class performance. But we're standing here talking and we didn't get the 3 points, and that's the most important thing.
What's your view on the sending off of River Humphreys?
I didn't see that either. I can only go off what people have said. There's been to use television speak, there's been a coming together on 2 separate occasions, and Rivers ended up getting a red card. So it's one of those things that we've had to accept and change our shape and move a few players around and try and deal with it. And to be fair to the lads, they certainly dealt with it well, and we were a dominant force after that as well.
First defeat of the season, but shows some character today.
Yeah, no team in this league is going to go through it undefeated. That's a given. If you can win 26, 27 games in this league, you're going to be there or thereabouts, and we've lost the first game today. That's our second loss in 16, 17 games, so it's not bad going.
It's got to bounce back now against Cheadletown in the FA Cup.
Yeah, that'll be another good game. Expecting another aggressive, high-tempo, physical game. They're not a bad footballing side, and they beat us in the League Cup last year in a very good game, and I'm expecting a decent crowd for the FA Cup and expecting a decent game of football as well.